Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 2005 Miss Hudson Pageant, live from the Fifth Center for the Arts. Let's meet the 13 ladies vying for the title of Miss Hudson and her court.
Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here.
Ashley Ellison, Silvera, Nicole Stadler, Stephanie Lesko, Tammy Fallon, Tara Tampamian, Katie Yates, Sonia Lee, Megan Kluge, Lakeisha Martin, Danielle Reedy, Sarah Watt, Katie Koenig, Ladies and gentlemen, there they are, the contestants vying for the title of Miss Hudson 2005, with the opportunity to represent Hudson at the State Miss Wisconsin Team USA pageant in October. Well, let's meet our host for tonight's festivities. She is originally from Lake Elmo, Minnesota, and currently resides in Woodbury with her husband and 2 children. She works as an on-air television host at WSS, a new home shopping network based in Minneapolis. Her professional television experience began in 1998 when she joined the industry as a guest host at Home Shopping Network. She then worked at Shop NBC, QVC, and now with WSS. Please give a warm welcome to Ann Lynch.
You are too. Are you excited? Yay! Well, this evening we are going to elect a brand new Miss Hudson and her court. But before we get to that, I just want to mention as an outsider that it's so marvelous and so wonderful to see all of these young ladies have this opportunity before them, because win or lose, they are gaining invaluable experience, both in honing their speaking skills and in gaining poise and confidence. And as you know, that's what opens the doors in life. And those girls, these very girls, are gaining that experience right here tonight on this very stage. So, without further ado, we're going to welcome the outgoing court and wish them and thank them for their service. I'll step aside and we'll welcome them in a moment. We have our 2004 princesses, Ann Patro, Christy Coulter, and Gina Breeden. And our Miss Hudson, Mackenzie Martin. Very briefly, girls, thank you so much. And we know you did a marvelous job of representing the city of Hudson during the year of your reign. And just really briefly, did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. And are you a bit sad to let it go? Any wishes for the new girls coming in? What? Any wish for the new girls?
I hope they have an amazing year.
It is a wonderful experience. We thank you very much for your service in the past year. We know that, it takes a lot to be Miss Hudson. You've got to be not only an ambassador that embodies all of those very positive traits, you're confident, you're poised, and above all, you're very friendly and very warm, and we appreciate that very much. So thank you. Okay, just a little bit about how their score is formulated. Over the past couple days, in fact on Sunday, all of these young ladies had the opportunity to speak directly with one of our 3 judges. That score will encompass 1/3 of their overall score. The other third is in the evening gown competition, which of course is all about poise and confidence and presence on stage. And then the other third is from the final question that we'll be asking each of the girls on the stage this evening. Let's explain a little bit about who these esteemed judges are. Our first judge is Ann Milbauer. Ann is a Hudson High School graduate, and incidentally was part of the very first children's theater group to perform right here at the Phipps Center. She went on to graduate from UW-Eau Claire with a degree in communications and business. She's also dabbled in the fitness industry, not only as a jazzercise instructor, but also as the regional training and recruiting director. She currently lives in Woodbury. In fact, she's my neighbor. And with her husband and 4 lovely children, 2 boys and a set of twin girls. In her free time, she enjoys modeling for MTM Modeling Agency in Minneapolis and has been featured in Rosie Magazine and on Care 11 Today Show. Please stand, Ann. Where are you? Our second judge is Victor Straw. He is president and founder of Victory Fitness in Woodbury, Minnesota, and he's a resident of Hudson. Mr. Straw's passion lies in health and fitness field. He's a certified personal trainer and has been training clients in the health and wellness industry for 10 years. And I might add, one of our very finest trainers, Victor Straw. His clientele consists of many professional and college athletes and those wanting to get or stay in shape. His trademark training is a very boot camp-oriented style that focuses on getting results very, very quickly. His background consists of a BS in Health and Human Performance and a minor in Business that was attained right here at the University of Wisconsin River Falls. Prior to his schooling, he did serve in the United States Marine Corps. During that time, he served in the Persian Gulf War in 1991 and was honorably discharged in 1993. His military background has equipped him with his discipline and motivation to provide leadership and inspiration on a daily basis. I'll see you tomorrow morning, Victor, 9 a.m. He's also my trainer. He does live in Hudson with his wife of 10 years and his beautiful little girls, Tia, 2.5, and Campbell, 1. Victor, please stand. Our third and final judge is Nan Grekoff. Nan is the owner and founder of Salon Gian right here in Hudson. She has worked in the hair industry for the last 20 years. She's worked for Channel 5, doing both hair and makeup for the on-air anchors and reporters, and also freelances for local photographers doing hair and makeup. She currently lives in Hudson with her husband and 15-year-old son, and owns and manages Salon Gian, a full-service, upscale salon. Please stand, Nan. Without further ado, let's get to the most beautiful portion of our competition this evening, the evening gown competition. Ashley Ellefson. Ashley's parents are Dan Ellefson and Michelle Zappa. She enjoys competitive swimming, being with friends, and going to school. She's planning on going to UW-Eau Claire to study to be a crime scene investigator. She's sponsored by the First National Bank. Contestant number 1, Ashley Ellefson. Contestant number 2, Mikkel Silvera. Michaela's parents are Wayne and Christy Silvera. She enjoys and is very active in acting. She also enjoys surfing the net and computer programming, which she also hopes to do professionally in the future. Michaela is sponsored by Tool Time. Contestant number 2, Michaela Silvera. Contestant number 3, Nicole Stadler. Nicole's parents are Jill and Wayne Stadler. She's very active in Relay for Life, fundraising, and loves being a cheerleader for football, soccer, and basketball. Nicole plans on attending the University of River Falls to study elementary education. She is sponsored by S&P Exteriors. Contestant number 3, Nicole Stadler. Contestant number 4, Stephanie Lestico. Stephanie's parents are Steve and Laura Lestico. In her free time, Stephanie enjoys softball, restoring old cars, choir, and snowboarding. Her future plans include going to school to become a police officer. She's sponsored by Mamma Mia's. Contestant number 4, Stephanie Lestico. And contestant number 5, Tammy Fallon. Tammy's parents are Willie and Sherry Fallon and Tanya Schaefer. She would like to travel, meet new people, and experience different cultures. Tammy's future plans include going to school to study photography. She's sponsored by Idaho Chucks. Contestant number 5, Tammy Fallon. Contestant number 6, Tara Tantalian. Tara's parents are Sue Tantalian and Juan Carlos. In her free time, Tara likes to play volleyball, and she's interested in both photography and painting. Tara plans on going to college to become a photojournalist so that she can travel the world and meet new people. She's sponsored by Viking Appraisal Services. Contestant number 6, Tara Tantalian. Contestant number 7, Katie Yangst. Katie's parents are Jim and Michelle Yangst. She enjoys swimming, cheerleading, being with friends, and shopping. Katie's planning her future as a law student. She's sponsored by Bartle Dental Associates. Contestant number 7, Katie Yangst. Contestant number 8, please. Sonia Lee. Sonia's parents are Song and Howard Lee. Her interests include animals, cars, volunteering, choir, and band. Her future plans include going to the University of Minnesota to become a veterinarian. Sonia is sponsored by Wisconsin Credit Union, Wisconsin Credit Union. Contestant number 8, Sonia Lee. Contestant number 9, Megan Kluge. Megan's parents are Todd and Linda Kluge. Her interests include being a dancer for the Raiders, tennis, choir, and band. In the future, Megan plans on going to college to become a ballet dancer or a dance teacher. She is sponsored by County Market. Contestant number 9, Megan Kluge. Contestant number 10, Lakeisha Martin. Lakeisha's mom is Diane Martin. In her free time, she enjoys playing with animals and playing softball. Lakeisha's future plans are to go to college for childcare or to be a social worker. She's sponsored by Wendy's. Contestant number 10, Lakeisha Martin. And contestant number 11, Danielle Reedy. Danielle's parents are Tim and Donna Reedy. In her free time, Danielle likes to read, travel, and go mountain hiking. Her future plans are to go to college and study anthropology and the Bible. She would like to be a missionary. Danielle is sponsored by Wankin Family Chiropractic. Contestant number 11, Danielle Reedy. Contestant number 12, Sarah Watts. Sarah's parents are James and Karen Watts. Sarah's active in student council, student government, and enjoys being a teacher's aide. She also enjoys camping, hiking, and whitewater rafting. Her future plans are to go to college and become either a teacher or a nurse. Sarah is sponsored by Casa de Pelo. Contestant number 12, Sarah Watts. Contestant number 13, Katie Koenig. Katie's parents are Mike and Tammy Koenig. Katie enjoys dancing, acting, singing, and being with friends and family. Katie's future plans include going to college to pursue a career in the medical field. She's sponsored by TNT Collision Center. Contestant number 13, Katie Koenig. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. There are 13 contestants for Miss Hudson 2005. Now, if you'd allow me, I have some thank yous to go out to some very special people in our community. The first one is to the City of Hudson and Mr. Jack Bro for their continued support of this great event and the young ladies representing our great city. Also to Barker's Bar and Grill and Pete and Laura Foster. Without them, this event would not be possible. Thank you is truly not enough. Please join me in thanking them. Also to Hudson Motors for use of the pull truck, the Hudson Chamber of Commerce, to the Big Brothers Big Sisters for their help with ushering tonight, and to all of the pageant sponsors and the candidate sponsors. We thank you. Let's give them all a hand. Now we're going to bring back to the stage the 2005 contestants. And what we have for you right now is the very final competition. We have for you the fishbowl competition, which is, of course, where each girl will draw one question from the fishbowl. They don't know in advance what that question is, and they'll have about 30 seconds to respond to that question. So you ready, girls? So what we'll do is we'll call each of them down in order, okay? Beginning with Ashley Ellefson, contestant number 1. Will you please come down? Ashley's question is, how would you describe the city of Hudson to a visitor?
I would describe the city of Hudson to a visitor by telling them how beautiful the beaches are and how the community gets together a lot for the 4th of July. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ashley. Contestant number 2, Mikhail Silvera. Please pick a question. What does the word friend mean to you?
A friend is a person who is honest and always willing to tell you the truth no matter what the situation is.
Thank you. Contestant number 3, Nicole Stadler. Hi, Nicole. Are you ready? What is more important, beauty or intelligence, and why?
I would definitely have to say intelligence, because if
you're just beauty. You don't have really anything to share with the world and help other people. So definitely intelligent. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Contestant number 4, Stephanie. If you could have any superhuman power, Supergirl, what would it be and why?
I would be able to fly, because then I don't have to pay for gas, and I can go everywhere for free. Thanks.
That'd be nice. Contestant number 5, Tammy Fallon. Thought-provoking. Is it more important to be liked or respected, and why?
I would have to say respected, because if you're not respected, then people won't like you. I don't know.
Very good. Thank you. Contestant number 6, Tara Tantalian. When you get up in the morning and look in the mirror, what do you see?
I see myself as just waking up and not having any makeup on. It's just, yeah. It's just truly the best side and the worst side of me, but it's still good. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you. Contestant number 7, Katie Yangst. Is there ever a time when it's okay to tell a lie? Why or why not?
I think it's okay to tell a lie when you are about to get a ticket. So, hey. That's a good excuse.
What might that lie be? Curiosity.
My dog's sick. I have a late curfew. Something thoughtful.
Very good. Mom and Dad, watch your speed. Contestant number 8, Sonia Lee. What does the word success mean to you?
I think the word success means that you're happy in life. It doesn't mean you have a lot of money, but you're happy and you're content with everything you do.
Well said. Thank you. Contestant number 9, Megan Kluge. Why is it important to you to win Miss Hudson?
I really want to represent Hudson in a good way and be an ambassador for our community, because Hudson is a really great town and I'm very proud of it.
Very good. Thank you. Contestant number 10, Lakeisha Martin. What are 2 words that describe you and why?
I would have to say kind and respectful, because that's me.
Very good. Very good. Thank you. Contestant number 11, Danielle Reedy. What is the craziest thing you would do for $1 million?
The craziest thing I would do for $1 million is probably jump out of an airplane, because I'm kind of afraid of heights.
With or without a parachute?
With the parachute. Thank you.
Contestant number 12, Sarah Watts. What is the biggest challenge facing teens today?
I think the biggest challenge facing teens today is peer pressure to do things that they really wouldn't do if they were making this decision by themselves.
Thank you, very good. And our final question this evening is for Katie Koenig. What is the greatest accomplishment of your life so far?
Oh, sorry, I wasn't supposed to do that. I'd have to say my greatest accomplishment so far has been staying true to who I am in high school, because that's a really trying time for some people, and I feel that I've not changed very much for other people.
Very good. Well said. I couldn't agree more with your applause. It's not easy to get up here on stage and get a question you've never seen and then try your best to respond in a very, clear and concise way. I think you all did a marvelous job. Good job. Okay, thank you, ladies. You can go backstage and get ready. At this time, we'd like to recognize some very special guests in the audience, the visiting royalty that have come from other cities in the state of Wisconsin. Would you please stand to be recognized as your court is introduced? We've got the royalty from Roberts. There are 3 of them: Miss Roberts, Leah Peterson, First Princess Alex Jean, and Second Princess Jessica Jensen. Thank you for making the trip. And from Baldwin, we have Third Princess and Miss Congeniality, Leah. Oh, Venendal. Sorry, good, okay. And Miss Baldwin, Jenna Shutt. And Princess Christine Whitemarsh from Hudson, right here in Hudson from the year 2000. Christine? There's a group here from Woodbury. Little Miss Woodbury, Rachel Hahn, and Princess Stacy Machadu. And from Pepperfest 05, we have 5 members attending. We have King Dave Johnson, Queen Katie Michaels, Princess Amanda Johnson, Princess Ashton Haddock, and Princess Gwen DeRozier. Hudson's very well represented. We have a group from 03. Jeannie Shanae, Liz Plenty, both princesses, both here. Thank you for coming. And Hudson 02, Princess Amanda Fletchick. And from River Falls, Tara Putsey and Kelly Silla. And finally from St. Croix Falls, first princess, Angie Pepper's here. So a warm welcome, thank you for coming. And now we are going to introduce the outgoing royalty from 2004. We thank them for their service. We're happy that they could be representing Hudson. And here they are. Our second 2004 Princess, Christy Coulter. Thank you, Christy. There's a video for Christy that she'd like to share. Oh. Sorry, I guess we're out of order here. Sorry. It's okay, Christy. We'll bring you back in a minute. And Pedro, come on out. Watch it. Oh, here they all. They're all coming. Do you want to watch Anne's first? Yeah. Okay.
I'm definitely being forced into retirement. This year went by so fast, but it brought me many memories that I will never forget. Being a part of this court has not only been a lot of fun, but it also has taught me a lot of things. I've not only learned to be more comfortable in front of large groups of people, but also how to be more outgoing and how to meet new people. These lessons will be a lifetime of advantages in many situations. I love not only meeting all the different courts, but also getting to know the 3 girls in my own court. The car rides were a blast. Eating dill pickle chips for breakfast with the girls was definitely a memorable experience. I love going to carnivals, eating, and representing my community with them. Princess Christy, thank you for encouraging me to run with Miss Hudson. This year has made us even closer as friends. Your bubbliness made every parade fun, even if it was wet and miserable. Gina, I love getting to know you this year. I now have a new appreciation for country music, and you're one of the nicest people I know. You always have a ton of energy at every parade. In fact, we never even got a nap in with you. Mackenzie, you always had a story for all of us. And never matter what subject we would be talking about, you had also had some story related to it. We never had to worry about the conversation starters with you because you would always have something new to say. This year has been a lot of fun, and I will miss spending my summer weekends with these girls and their families. I want to thank all of our families for driving us all over and setting up our float. You guys made us truly feel like royalty. I would also like to thank last year's judges and my sponsor, Ruby Shoes, for making it possible for me to experience this past year. Thank you, Laura Foster, for organizing and participating in the candidate events, and thank you, Barkers and the City of Hudson, for sponsoring the incoming royalty. It wouldn't be possible without you. I hope these girls will have as much fun as we did. Although I'll miss it, I am and always will be your 2004 Hudson Princess.
Our second 2004 Princess, Christy Coulter, this time for real.
I cannot believe that this year is already over, and I have to hand over my crown to a new girl. If I had it my way, I'd love to reign for another year, but I guess I should share this wonderful experience with another girl, so she can make tons of new memories as well. This year has been one of the best years of my life. One of the biggest highlights was our car rides to and from parades. They were filled with tons of food, dill pickle chips especially, and tons of laughs, which kept us giddy and helped us bond into one huge family. The carnivals after the parades were always a blast, and the demolition derby after the Clear Lake parade was so fun. I never realized I could get worked up about cars ramming each other, but I did. The last week in January, which was filled with winter carnival and hot air fair events, was one of the funnest weeks of my life. Each of the girls on this court is so special in their own ways, and they have become like sisters to me. First of all, Anne, you have been my best friend since 9th grade, and this year would not have been the same without you. My ditziness and your sarcastic remarks kept us laughing for hours. Next, Gina, you are one of the sweetest girls I know. I will miss your strong dislike of bugs, which kept us jumping and giggling before, during, and after all the parades. And finally, Mackenzie, you are such a talkative girl. I never had to worry about the conversations running dry with you around. I want to thank each of you for your unique personalities and your zeal for life. You made this year fabulous. I would like to thank my uncles, Fred Coulter with Coulter Exteriors and Construction, and Jim Miller with Jim Miller Construction and Renovation for sponsoring me this year. Your never-ending support was really meaningful. I love you guys. And I'd like to say a special thanks to Fred and my dad for building our Winter Carnival float. It was gorgeous and better than anything I could have ever imagined. Now I need to thank Kim Heineman and the Chamber of Commerce for sponsoring the Miss Hudson Court for many years, and for putting in tons and tons of hours finding a sponsor for the Miss Hudson Court for the coming year. The time you put in is really appreciated. Next, I would like to thank our judges. Thank you for seeing something special in me when you chose me to be a princess in the Miss Hudson Court. And finally, I'd like to thank my family for supporting me and encouraging me to run for this pageant. The time you put into this at times was way more than the time I did. Not only did you attend all the parades, but you did it with a true love. Thank you so much. I love you more than you will ever know. And now, for the last time, I must say goodbye. I will forever be your 2004 Hudson Princess, Christy Coulter.
Thank you, Christy. Our third 2004 Princess, Gina Breeden.
Welcome everyone to the 2005 Miss Hudson pageant. I just want to start by saying that being Miss Hudson Princess has truly been a life-changing experience. It's every little girl's dream to be a princess, and I got to live that dream. We got to wear pretty dresses and crowns, which I think we all slept with the night of the pageant last year. I've grown closer to my family and have new friends and their families to keep forever. I'll always treasure those times with my mom, dad, and brother. Even if I wouldn't have made it on the court, I was so happy with the entire process and all the events leading up to the pageant. How often these days do we get to enjoy a real tea, have our hair done up fancy, or play in a playground with an ice cream social with the Big Brothers Big Sisters organization. It was a good experience to be interviewed by the judges and to answer a question on stage in front of an audience. I've really enjoyed visiting the other towns and promoting Hudson. It's been fun to see the Pepperfest court at the same parades and to meet all the girls representing their own towns. I wish it could last forever, but it's time for someone else to have the chance to represent Hudson and have a wonderful year. As for Mackenzie, Ann, and Christy, I can truly say that I'll miss spending so much time with you as we head off to 4 different colleges. Every time I eat dill pickle chips from now on, I'll always be reminded of this year and how you 3 great girls. We'll be friends forever, and I wish you the best in your lives and know that we will keep in touch. Mackenzie, you are so full of energy and spirit and really enjoy visiting with the other courts. You never let the conversation run dry, so we always have something to talk about with each other. And you have strong opinions and strong beliefs, and I respect that more than you could ever know. Don't forget that I'm going to be your campaign manager when you run for president, and you have my vote. Christy, although blonde at times, you are the smartest, sweetest, most caring person that I know. Thank you for always being happy. Even when you thought you were crabby, you weren't. You always kept us laughing. I'll also miss the other royal families and my 3 new moms. Our moms took such good care of us this past year. They took us to pageants, teas, other events, and of course, they treated us like real queens and princesses. We've been a little spoiled, sitting in a cool truck on a hot day while everyone else had to set up the float. Thanks also to the dads, brothers, and sisters for helping out with the float and all the support this year. We couldn't have done it without our families. I'd like to thank my sponsor, Dr. Julie Lesher, for sponsoring me last year, the judges who chose me to help represent Hudson, the Chamber of Commerce, the Phipps Center, Shannon McIntyre and Randy Eiten Chevrolet for the trucks to pull the float, County Market, my employer, who has been very flexible and has donated food for the tea, Pete and Laura Foster, Barkers and the City for co-sponsoring the Miss Hudson program, and to Laura personally for her help with the pageant. Thank you, Mackenzie, Ann, and Christy, and everyone else for this wonderful experience. I am and will forever be your 2004 Miss Hudson Princess, Gina Breeden.
Thank you, Gina. Really nice. And finally, our 2004 Miss Hudson, Mackenzie Martin.
Wow, what a year this has been. I don't even quite know where to start. Last year at the pageant, I was so focused on the pageant itself that I didn't even think about what could come next. After Queen Leah crowned me Miss Hudson last year, I didn't realize what I had gotten myself into. The first parade came so quickly. Once I saw the smiling faces in the crowd, I knew it would be a great year that I would never forget. It started out early with a quite strange tradition, dill pickle chips. I know it seems pretty odd, but we love them. And of course, We met our friends Lisa Davis and Beth Williams from OnStar. Once you get 4 girls in a truck who love to press buttons, it's amazing how amusing it can be. I will never forget the hot airfare parade. It was so hot that Miss Wisconsin Molly McGrath and I were laying on the flatbed covering our heads because we were so afraid our hair was going to be burnt. Yet, while we were practically laying down, we were still trying to wave. Another memorable parade was the St. Paul Winter Carnival Parade. That one was completely opposite of hot airfare. It was so cold that we had those little heat warmers that helped us so much. I think I probably still have a few in my boots from that day. Now I have some thank yous. First of all, I would like to thank my family. Dad, thank you so much for driving the float so many times. You kept us awake during the early parades by talking to us and making sure we were all stocked up on water. Mom, I know I was a royal pain when it came to doing my hair, and no matter how much I complained about it, you still helped me and it always looked great. Zach, I know going to parades didn't sound like much fun at first, but after a while I think you enjoyed it, even though you may never admit it. I love you all. I'd also like to thank my boyfriend Kyle. My schedule seemed overwhelming to me, but you were there for me the whole way, which means so much to me. You even learned to set the float before I did, although I still don't quite know how that exactly works. I'd like to say a great big thank you to the judges from last year for seeing something in me, and to my sponsor, Econo Foods. Without you, I would not be where I am today. Also, another big thank you to Nan Grekoff for keeping my hair looking beautiful all year. To the parents of the other girls, it was nice having more than one mom and dad all summer to keep us company. And to Katie, our coordinator. You guided us through the way and kept us on our feet. You were like our rock. I give you so much credit. Without you, we wouldn't have known where to go or what time to be there. Thank you so much for being there for us. Tanya, thanks for all the support as well. And also a huge, huge thank you to the new sponsors and the mayor for all of your support. Next, my thank yous to my girls. Gina, out of all you girls, I knew you the most. I loved your bubbly personality. It just sticks out to people. You would never let me sleep on the way to parades, which made me pretty mad at the time, but now I'm very grateful because there were just more moments I got to spend with you all. Anne, we did not know each other very well at first, but once I got to know you, I saw how much of an amazing person you are. You can tell a story to us and make it so funny that I really wish I was there to see what happened. I really hope to hear that you make it in space someday. Christy, we didn't know each other very well either, but I got to know you over the summer. You always had this amazing tan that I could never get but always wanted. I have to say I was quite jealous. I really hope that all of your dreams come true. You three have touched my life in so many ways that I will never forget. You will always be my princesses, and I will always be your queenie. This year was something that I'm so grateful for. I got to meet so many new people and make lifelong friendships that I hope I can keep. And I hope to stay in touch with everybody and hear great things about everybody. But for now, I will always be your 2004-2005 Miss Hudson Mackenzie Martin.
Thank you, Mackenzie, and thank you all for a year of service, and it sounds like a very fine service, so thank you very, very much. And at this time, there's no change. This time I was going to welcome Kim Heineman. It looks like I'm welcoming Laura Foster to the stage. Laura Foster is going to present our 2004 Hudson royalty with their scholarship check. So maybe, ladies, did I have you go off the stage too quickly? Come on back.
Actually, thank you very much, Anne. We want to invite Kim Heineman from the Hudson Area Chamber of Commerce and Tourism Bureau. She is the president, and she is going to award our girls with her scholarship check. So please welcome Kim Heineman.
Good evening. How are you all this evening? First of all, aren't they beautiful? Let's give them a hand. I just wanted to say that on behalf of the Hudson Chamber of Commerce and Tourism Bureau, we wish to personally thank you all, these lovely young women here who have represented the community in such a great and fabulous way. We really appreciate all you did. You've just been busy, busy, busy all the time, and it's been fun to get a chance to know you. And it's also my pleasure to give you your scholarships this evening, and we hope that this token will help you in your career pursuits, in your education pursuits, and again, we really, really appreciate all you did for us in Hudson. So thank you.
There they go. Give them a warm. And for the last and final time, let's welcome back our contestants for 2005-2006. And we have the moment you've all been waiting for. We have the final results for this evening, but I do want to remind you before we get there that they are all winners. And it's taken a lot of confidence and a lot of courage to come up here on the stage, answer questions, speak publicly with a lot of poise and confidence, so I applaud you all. Let's begin with our three princesses, and then we'll get to our queen. The first princess for 2005 Miss Hudson is Nicole Stadler. Going to crown our second 2005 princess, and that princess is Megan Kluge. And our third princess is Katie Koenig. The new 2005 Miss Hudson, Sarah Watts.